Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Healing from the Storm, we're going to look at how do I heal my heart. So whether you've recently broken up with somebody, had a friendship end, lost a pet, lost someone you loved, whatever it is, we're going to look at what do I need to heal my heart, or how can I heal my heart. So we're going to pull one tarot card and we'll see where Spirit is guiding us. So how can I heal my heart, please? How can I heal my heart from any trauma we're currently having? Okay, so Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles is all about finding that balance, being flexible, being adaptable. I usually take it as mainly like finding balance in your life. So you may be too focused on the broken heart, right? So maybe that right now you're not focusing on other things, you're only focusing on your broken heart, and that's creating some issues for you because you're only dwelling on the negative. It could also be that, you need to start going out and things like that. Maybe you just go to work and then you come home and it's like, no, you need to have a balanced life, right? You need to find the joy in your life too. And so really it's about finding that balance within your life, being flexible, being adaptable, being able to change as things come up. So this may have been a person that you lost, and so you always did something specific with them, like at once a week we always went here and we always did this, and now you're out of balance because that routine you had, that once a week thing you were doing, you're no longer doing it because they're gone. So maybe part of the finding the balance is finding someone else you can go do that with. And at first it may feel wrong. I'm not saying it's going to feel great at first, but like over time you will find that, oh, it's great. Now I get to enjoy this with them. And now as I enjoy this with them, I get to bring in memories of the person who's gone, whether through whatever means that happened. But now I'm remembering the good times we had doing this because I'm now doing it and enjoying it with someone else. So whatever it is, there's just a balance that needs to be found. So even though our hearts are broken and that's horrible and we do need to work through it and deal with those feelings and understand them, we also need to continue with the rest of our lives. We need to still go to work. We need to still spend time with friends and family. We need to still do our, mental health pursuits, whether that's like your self-care, whether you go, I go jogging 3 days a week, or maybe you go, to swim a couple times a week, or whatever it is, those things you do like for yourself, right? You need to find the balance within your life, is what this card is saying, to help heal your broken heart, right? So it can be like if because your heart got broken here, you now go out and you never go out and enjoy the things that you used to enjoy because you're like, how can I enjoy those things when this person or this thing or whatever it is no longer there, or this bad, it could even be like just a bad thing happened to them and that's broken your heart, right? Whatever it is. How can I go enjoy that? But Spirit's saying, no, we can't just now all be over here because of the broken heart and just be stuck in the broken heart. We need to balance things out, right? And as you start going out and enjoying those fun things you used to do, right, at first it's going to be hard to enjoy it, but you're going to have those moments of happiness, and pretty soon you're going to be able to enjoy things fully without having the heavy heart. We'll always have the heavy heart for things that break our heart, right? We'll always have the heavy heart, but we can also always have joy and peace and happiness in our life. But we need to have a balance, right? We can't always just have joy and happiness, right? It would mean first of all, it would be meaningless, but second of all, we have things we have to take care of. Our heart is going to be broken at some point in our lives, multiple times, for whatever reason, through no fault of our own. People leave us, things leave us, stuff happens, right? And so we need to always make sure we're keeping our life balanced and focused on all the areas of our life where we're taking care of our responsibilities and the necessities of life, the kind of earthly things. We're taking care of our mental health, our self-care type of things, and we're having those relational aspects of life, enjoying other people, right? And also pursuing mental things, right? So that could be in your career, advancing your career. Maybe you just, I was always interested in snakes. Let me just go research snakes. Why not? Those kind of things. So keeping you stimulated, keeping you going, keeping you balanced. We shouldn't all be focused on one spot. And I'm sorry, I've talked a long time and rambled. I'll now bring out my board. As always, I do dub over it, so sometimes it sounds a little different. And I'm sorry I've been having trouble with my pen lately. I have been trying to get new pens, but there's always an issue with any new pen. Mainly, some of them can be extremely hard to wipe off after. And so I'm working with this one right now, but I am trying to find a better pen, and I apologize. So I'll get quiet for a moment, get into my meditation mode, and then we'll see what Spirit wants to say about healing our hearts. The hardest part about healing your heart is the intense focus that occurs when your heart is broken. It's all you can think about. It takes all your attention. But that is where the issues lie. Focusing only on the pain brings more pain. Although there is pain in the world, and you are meant to experience pain on your journey, you are not meant to get stuck in it, to dwell in it. Yes, you must feel it and must walk through it, but you are not supposed to bathe and stay stagnant in it. Healing a broken heart is usually done best with perspective. Understanding there is still good in your life, that although this sucks, you can be grateful for what else you have, and you can be grateful for the wonderful love you received. For a heart to be broken, it must love. The greater the love, the greater the hurt. See your pain as a reflection of your love. Do you want less love? Would you rather not have love? Learn to focus on the good. Understand the pain and begin to live your life again. Understand that behind the pain is love, and love is to be cherished. Always look at the positive, but understand the negative. Love. Okay, so this is a spirit saying that, the hardest, you probably can't see that word, there we go, now my pen's working better. The hardest part about healing your heart is that intense focus, right? And of course that is, especially, the harder your heart was broken for whatever reason, the harder you're going to grieve, but the harder the focus too. That's all I can think about, all I can think about, all I can think about, nothing else, nothing else, nothing else. And so what Spirit is trying to say is that, you did come on this human journey in order to experience the pain, but you're not meant to get stuck in that pain, right? You're meant to have that experience, but you're not meant to just dwell within that experience and not do anything else, right? And so you're supposed to understand that, yes, my heart was broken, this hurts, this sucks, but realize all those other good things you have around you, right? I still have the love of my family. I still have the love of this person. I still have a job that I love. I still have, friends that I see at the gym twice a week, whatever it is, right? There's still good things in your life, even though this particular situation or person or incident, whatever it is, did break your heart. But you need to try and turn the focus from only pain, and say, yes, I acknowledge the pain. I understand the pain's there. I do need to work through it. I do need to get, not past it. You'll never be completely past it, but to a point where it's manageable. However, I don't need to focus on it all the time. I can even set aside time. You might even find that helpful. I set aside time in my day where I'm allowed to focus on this pain, but the rest of my day, I'm getting on with. I'm going to spend time with friends. I'm going to spend time with family. I'm going to spend time on my career. I'm going to spend time doing things for me. And then when I have my hour a day, or whatever it is, I will come back and I will focus on that pain. But I also know I have this pain inside me, always be inside me, but I also have joys all around me too. And I need to not get stuck in the pain. I need to look at the joys and remember that you only feel this much pain because you had that much love, right? People who can't have their heart broken, it's because they've never loved. They've never experienced that. If you cannot have your heart broken, or your heart's only broken a little bit, you haven't experienced that great intensity, that great love, that great joy that when it's taken away or when something happens to it, it's completely decimates your heart and rips your heart in pieces, right? And so because you have this heartbreak is because on the other side you got to love that much. And so if you want to avoid this heartbreak over here, you cannot have that love over there. And so learn to appreciate every time you're like, oh my God, this is so horrible. but I am so lucky that I loved that much. And start thinking that, even if you don't believe it. I'm not asking you to believe it. I'm asking you just to say that in your head. Oh my gosh, not oh my gosh part, but like when you're thinking, oh my gosh, this pain's so bad, I'm never going to survive, it can't get worse, this is horrible, I'm stuck in my pain, stuck in my pain, stuck in my pain. Think to yourself, but I only feel this much pain because I got to love so much. It still hurts, it still sucks, pain, 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 but it's only because I loved so much. And if you start thinking about that, they'll start sort of rewiring your brain a bit, right? You're actually like rewiring how it thinks. So now every time you get stuck in your pain, all of a sudden you're triggering all the love, right? And that helps bring the pain a little less, right? Because I triggered, oh my gosh, I was having this pain moment, and all of a sudden I brought in love. I felt the love all of a sudden, right? Maybe it was only a little bit, but it helped ease the pain a bit. And so as you go through and keep trying to mend your heart like this, as you start realizing, nope, there's also love on the other side. There's love on the other side. I only hurt this much because of the love on the other side. It'll start helping to ease that pain that you are feeling, that burden, and you'll start focusing on those good moments, right? Those loving moments, those happy moments that you had, and not focusing sheerly on the pain. Because even if we're talking about the death of a loved one, right? That death, really, it only happened in that split second that they actually died, and you had all this rest of this lifetime of joy and happiness, and we're only focusing on this momentary thing. And of course we are, because the momentary thing is actually ripping them from our lives. So it is the rest of your life, and you have to deal with that for the rest of your life. But you're taking away from all the joy and all the wonder that you had, all the good times. So let's try. Of course, we're going to be upset. Of course, we got to think about it. Of course, we need to deal with it. We just don't need to focus everything on it, right? We find more balance in our life, and we don't focus everything into the pain. It's not all about the pain, because there's still joy that exists, and we need to find that balance between dealing with the pain and finding the joy that still exists within our lives. So I hope this message helped you. I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.